Yeah, man. What's really good? It's your boy. Give it up. 100. All right. Let's deal with this video. Agents 101. Now, if y'all seen part one, y'all seen I dealt with 4 subjects. Hassan Campbell, Charleston White, Whack 100, and Crit Mac, C Mac. Okay? Pretty much gave y'all the obvious and broke them niggas down to particles and bacteria to show y'all exactly the nature of these 4 niggas and exactly what you're dealing with. Okay? Now there's many more, like I said, there's plenty more, like many niggas. Many of them are agents for real. And I'm gonna tell y'all, if y'all didn't catch me telling y'all in part 1 what an agent is, basically, it's just basically these dudes that they follow all of the rules to make money. They do everything for money. They use our own people for entertainment and to get money. And basically, they are like basically making money off of the backs of their own people, all while calling out other groups of people for doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? They're doing agent work. They're selling us out for the dollar, basically. So, all right, part 2, agents at work. Agents 101, okay? And this one we're dealing with Jesse Lee Peterson, Tariq Nasheed, and Brother Polite. I was gonna add Candace Owens to this, but I kind of felt like I might save her for another video. So we're just gonna deal with these 3 subjects right now, you know what I'm saying? Let's start off with Brother Polite. Brother Polite currently is in the hands of the judicial system for rape allegation. That rape allegation is still going on, okay? An allegation that is alleged to be done to Brother Polite's own stepdaughter. Yes, his own stepdaughter, 15 years old. 15 years old. All right? This is how disgusting and sick and low this garbage Brother Polite is, this pedophile is, okay? They had all the proofs in the world. They found semen on the girl the day of the so-called allegation because, you know what I'm saying, it's pretty much a fact, but absolute convicting type of proof right then and there, that day that it happened when they came and investigated. So at the end of the day, we already know Brother Polite did this. You know, this is the same Brother Polite that people say send them books. They paid for books, and this nigga send them books with pages with absolutely nothing on it. Like literally blank pages. Half of the book had words and half of it was in blank pages. And you already know, if you know, that those words that was in that half-assed book was plagiarized words anyway. That was coming more than likely from dudes like Dr. York. You know what I'm saying? His God, basically, his teacher, his mentor. So we already know. Brother Polite been an absolute fraud from absolute day one. You know what I'm saying? So many claims that have came through about how this nigga promised people certain things and people send money trying to pay for shit like physical things and didn't get a damn thing and didn't hear from this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like straight Nigerian fraud type shit. Because we know he's, African or whatever the case is. And it's a lot of scams that come from over there as well. So he's a part of that whole scam shit that comes from Africa. It's a damn shame to make Africa look bad like that, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? A dude actually one time, a guy actually sent Brother Polite $70,000, believing in some, buying a home and investing and blah, 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 making this much. Believing in that bullshit that Brother Polite was selling at the time and send him that much money. You know what I'm saying? The money was like some inheritance money to do with God for, whatever, you know what I mean? And believed in the lie, the absolute fucking smoke mirrors that, Brother Polite operate from behind, you know what I mean? The fucking snake oil, the bullshit, and send him that much money. And Brother Polite simply just dipped on him, like disappeared on him, took his money and ran, you know what I'm saying? Like the fucking thief that he is. So we already know, like, this is one of the absolute biggest scumbag fraud piece of shit you're ever gonna encounter. All right, so Next, let's deal with Jesse Lee Peterson. A mind blower, a head scratcher. This nigga here says so much things that just absolutely just blow you. Like, it's like, what? Like, what? A guy that basically, I don't know his true and utter occupation, but obviously he does journalism type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people that does interviews and shit, you can't really put journalists really on them like that, because they ain't really went to the school. They know a damn thing about true journalism work. They just doing it off top. It's all freestyle shit. It's YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too sure 100% what this guy's occupation is based in or whatever, but he has a podcast, so this is what he does. He interviews people. And basically what he does is he provokes as much as he can. You know what I'm saying? He's going to provoke, and he has no line. Like, he'll take it to anybody. He'll take it to alphabet group or whatever. He'll take it to whatever sensitive group, and, you know, whatever new norm that's out here these days, whatever agenda is being promoted by whatever group, he'll go at that agenda at that group. Barefaced, like, in YouTube, let his videos stay. I mean, that's another story, but this is what he does, you know what I'm saying? And he has nothing but issues with the black community. A lot of things he says, I agree with. I'm not gonna lie, because a lot of it is logical, you know what I'm saying? But he has this very narrow type of view of everything. And I'm not saying that, like, my view is the widest view, because I don't have the widest view myself neither, but he provokes as much as he can, you know what I'm saying? He'll interview a dude and ask a dude, what is masculinity? And then find ways to say basically that guy is not masculine. And right there, you know what I'm saying, the explosion, of course, the back and forth, the offending of that guy, you know what I'm saying, is gonna show. That dude is gonna be offended, and basically is gonna create a situation. This is what he does, you know what I'm saying? And of course, this is YouTube, where shit like that gets all the views, so that's not even a bad thing anyways. But this is what he does. He provokes as much as he can, you know what I'm saying? And he makes the black community looks like every single thing is wrong with us. We can't get nothing together. All we do is have kids out of wedlock. We don't build on relationships. We don't really believe in relationships. I don't know where this nigga been looking, because that's just not true in any type of way. Like I said, if you got a narrow view, you're going to believe a lot of things that's just not real. But once you start to really open up and see everything for what it is, you'd understand there's a bigger world out there, you know what I'm saying? But Jesse Lee Peterson is a person that you have to really ask yourself, like, how is he black? Like, with that type of thinking, like, how do you move around as a black man and acknowledge yourself as such with that type of view of your own race, of your own people, you know what I'm saying? So, another A1 agent, I promise you. Facts. Then on to Tariq Nasheed, the hustler. Always a hustler. He's never going, because this is what he does, you know what I'm saying? Everything for Tariq is a hustle, point blank, from day one, you know what I'm saying? Tariq been in the industry for a long time. He actually was in the actual industry, you know what I'm saying? Not the YouTube industry. He's been around some people. He's been around some things, you know what I'm saying? He's seen some things. He actually was on the talk show Jenny Jones, you know what I'm saying? Well, I think it was Jenny Jones. He would come on there and give them advices on, you know, macking, pimping, you know what I'm saying? How to get the girls and how to be smooth and how to dress, talk, all of that. This is what he was doing, you know, back in the days. I remember that. So now Tariq, ain't nothing really changed about him. His nature, all these dudes' nature is just what it is. They're going to die with that nature. They're never going to change. It just is what it is. Tariq, he's still a hustler. That's never going to change about him. So everything he does is a hustle. His whole YouTube career is one big fucking hustle. What he does is he'll go to these debates. He'll debate people that is just levels, like floors above his intellect and his understanding. You know what I'm saying? And he'll get his ass washed. Like, you know what I'm saying? They'll clean the floor up with him, like, for real. Really embarrassing, real bad, with real information, because Tariq is one of them surface type of teachers. He doesn't have in-depth information, so he just stay on the surface and just make it, he'll just flourish on the surface and try to make it seem like he's actually being deep, when the shit he's saying, like, most of us already know about, or a lot of us already know about. So he'll go to these debates and everything is about race. Everything is about race. He doesn't really have a true perspective on things. He'll just use the, well, you know, blacks, we're at a deficit, we're at a disadvantage, we're disparaged. Whites is this, white superiority, white supremacy, white supremacy. He'll just keep bouncing back and forth with that. He has no real depth of knowledge, of intellect, of information. And the reason he's doing this, like I said, obviously is all based in a hustle. But the reason he's doing this is to, you know what I'm saying, prey on the desperation of the black people that follow him. You're taking advantage of everything that you know is not going well for your race. The ultimate hustle, the ultimate trader. He just uses race for everything. You know, everything is white supremacy. Everything is white supremacy. So you're thinking this man must have an issue with white people at some point. Like, this person has a problem with white people, okay? Or they're seeing the absolute problem for what it is, right? So if that's the case, how is his baby mother half white? How is his mother-in-law a white woman? So half of his family that he purposely went and created is of the race of the enemies, right? How contradictive to his so-called stance is that? When your wife, your other half, right, that you purposely have kids with and got married to, is of the race that your whole career on YouTube, your whole stance is about airing out and exposing white supremacy. Your claim to fame pretty much amongst a lot of people is your DVD Hidden Colors. What is Hidden Colors about? Bringing up a lot of our true history and exposing white people and their evil doings, right? So how are you married to them at the same time? You know, he's out here preaching about reparations and how we deserve reparations. And of course we deserve. What black person is going to disagree with that? Of course we deserve all the reparations in the world. If any other group got reparations, why shouldn't us, right? It's a fact. But the liberation of our people, the unity, the unifying of our people, which is the most important shit, the love within our race, the belief in ourselves to sustain ourselves amongst our own people, that's not going to come with money. Money is not going to fix that. I don't think reparation is the way to go. And Tariq is just using that to, like I said, prey on the people's weakness, prey on, you know, he'll use all the verbiage to sell the sensation of being black and talking all this garbage about foundational black America. That's not even a real thing, because black people's foundation is Africa. It's not America. So he sells a lot of pipe dream. He sells a lot of fantasies. He's not a true, he shouldn't be looked at as a figurehead as far as any leading of the charge to accomplish true liberation for black people. Tariq is a fucking joke. He's a clown. He's feminine. He's full of feminine energy and vibes and all that. You know, always popping his lips and all of that other weird shit. And he has the nerve to call other people out for doing that, when he's known for doing that himself, because people have been calling his ass out. He calls people moist, and people call him moist because he does a lot of moist things. You know what I'm saying? So you got to keep your antennas up on all these agents. You know what I'm saying? All of them at work. If Brother Polite beats his case, He's jumping right back on here. So he's current. He's still around, you know what I mean? Jesse Lee Peterson thrives at what he does. White people love him. Black people love him. You know what I'm saying? Tariq, he's the man at what he does. People really believe in Tariq. Really believe he's a teacher. A damn joke. A real joke. But like I said, stay clear, all of these agents. Stay clear. It's all about money for them and throwing us under the bus and down the river for that check. For that notoriety. It's something they're doing it for, obviously. It's not because they're bored. They're agents at work. I appreciate y'all for tuning into another video. It's your boy, Give It Up, man. I'm going to see y'all in another video.